Hello, everybody. I am really happy to be sitting here and imagining you sitting there as well. We would smile at each other and wave hello. If it were morning at our St. Joe classroom, you know me, I would want to start off with a nice song. I found another song that we haven't really listened to before. Do you think that we should press play? Here we go.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Miss Melody.
Are you ready for a brand new day?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you?
It's so nice to have you here with me today. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Just fine.
Howdy, how do you do? Hello, good day. Now that we're together, learning so much fun, the more of us, the better. So come on, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Just fine.
Howdy, how do you do? Hello, good day. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you?
It's so nice to have you here with me today. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Just fine.
Howdy, how do you do? Hello, good day. Now that we're together, learning so much fun, the more of us, the better. So come on, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Just fine.
Howdy, how do you do? Hello, good day. Howdy, how do you do? Hello, good day.
How do you do? Hello, good day? Wow, what a cool way to greet someone. Maybe the next time you see somebody, you can say that as well. Kind of a tongue twister, so we got to really relax our muscles in our mouth. So, yesterday was Sunday, and it was a very, very special day in the world. Does anybody have any clues? I think I might have to write it down and see if you can get the clue. Ready? Can you read that? Right. Yesterday was a day that celebrates all those wonderful mamas in the world, also known as Mother's Day. I found a really cool poem to celebrate the moms that we have and the moms that we know and love. It is called 5 Flower Vases. Do you remember that word, vase? It starts with this letter. V for vase. Let me turn my camera a little bit and see if you can see what I have ready. Wow! Here are some flower vases I made. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are just pretend flowers made out of paper and some pipe cleaner. Are we ready to read the poem? Okay. 5 flower vases sitting on the floor. One will go to Granny. And now there are, how many is that? 4. You are right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 flower vases, pretty as can be. One will go to Auntie. And now there are 3. 3 flower vases with flowers red and blue. One will go to my neighbor. And then there are two flower vases. Bright as the sun, one will go to Mother Earth, and then there will be one flower vase. Where's it going to go? To my very own mommy, who is the nicest one I know. Go to her. And now how many flower vases are there? 0. Do you think we should bring them back though because they're so beautiful to look at? Yeah. So this is the one that went to Granny. She is a mother too. Even if she's not your mother, we can celebrate her. This one went to Auntie. Maybe she's a mother. This one went to my neighbor. I know she's a mom. Then we had one for Mother Earth. And then we had one for our own mama. Okay. So one thing that I like to do for my mom on Mother's Day is draw her a picture. Does your mom ever like to get pictures from you? I bet she does. I also like to write some things down because then my mom can read what I'm writing and she will know. So I am going to write this word here. Can you watch me do it? Okay. What letter is that? H. E. L. L. O. Yeah. Hello. That's what it says. And then we can write that other special word again, Mom. That looks like this. M. O. M. Hello, Mom. Now, my mom loves it when we're together, so I thought that I would draw a picture of her and I together. What sort of things do we need to draw a picture of a person? Do you think we should start with our caras, our faces? One for my mom, one for me. Now, my mom is happy when we're together, so I'm going to draw her smiling. Now, I'm happy when I'm with my mom, so I'm going to draw me smiling too. What about eyes? Do you think that we need some eyes so we can see each other? What about a nose? Noses can help us smell these flowers that we've got in the background. Now a hair, we're going to need some hair too. And then bodies, definitely we need bodies. And how will we hug each other if we don't have arms? And how many fingers do we have? 5 fingers, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers on this hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers on that hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we also need legs for walking. And probably some shoes. There we go. Hello, Mom. And then there's a picture of us. You can draw a picture for your mom or grandma or your dad or your brother or your sister, anybody that you know and love. You can draw pictures of animals. You can draw pictures of gardens or adventure lands or superheroes or reptiles. possibilities are endless. Know another thing that my mom really likes, and I think your mom does too? Reading stories. Your mom likes to read stories too? Whew, cool. I have a story here that's called A Chair for My Mother. Let's see what's here. Looks like some people. Hey, look, I see some fried eggs right there. Maybe it looks like they're in a restaurant or something. Maybe in the kitchen. This book is written by Vera B. Williams. I see this little medal on it. That means that it must be a really good book. Let's open it up and see what happens. A Chair for My Mother by Vera B. Williams. My mother works as a waitress in the Blue Tile Diner. After school, sometimes I go to meet her there. Then her boss, Josephine, gives me a job too. I wash the salts and peppers and fill the ketchups. One time I peeled all the onions for the onion soup. When I finish, Josephine says, "Good work, honey," and pays me. And every time I put half of my money into the jar. So that's what this picture is. It's a picture of the restaurant that her mom works at. Her mom is a waitress inside that place. It takes a long time to fill a jar this big. Every day when my mother comes home from work, I take down the jar. My mama empties all her change from tips out of her purse for me to count. Then we push all of the coins into the jar. Sometimes my mama is laughing when she comes home from work. Sometimes she's so tired she falls asleep while I count the money out into piles. Some days she has a lot of tips. Some days she only has a little. Then she looks worried. But each evening, every single shiny coin goes into the jar. We sit in the kitchen to count the tips. Usually Grandma sits with us too. While we count, she likes to hum. Often she has money in her old leather wallet for us. Whenever she gets a good bargain on tomatoes or bananas she buys, she puts by the savings and they go into the jar. When we can't get a single other coin into the jar, we are going to take all of the money and go buy a chair. Yes, a chair. A wonderful, beautiful, fat, soft armchair. We will get one covered in velvet with roses all over it. We are going to get the best chair in the whole world. That is because our old chairs burned up. There was a big fire in our other house, and our chairs burned. So did our sofa, and so did everything else. That wasn't such a long time ago. Wow, so their house burned down. I bet that made them feel really sad and really worried, and then they lost all of their things. A new chair would be very special to them. My mother and I were coming home from buying new shoes. I had new sandals. She had new pumps. We were walking to our house from the bus. We were looking at everyone's tulips. She was saying she liked red tulips, and I was saying I liked the yellow ones. Then we came to our block. Right outside our house stood two big fire engines. I could see lots of smoke. Tall orange flames came out of the roof. All the neighbors stood in a bunch across the street. Mama grabbed my hand and we ran. My Uncle Sandy saw us and ran to us. Mama yelled, "Where's Mother?" I yelled, "Where's my grandma?" My Aunt Ada waved and shouted, she's here, she's okay, don't worry. Grandma was all right, and our cat was safe too, though it took a while to find her. But everything else in our whole house was spoiled. What was left of the house was turned to charcoal and ashes. We went to stay with my mother's sister, Aunt Ida, and Uncle Sandy. Then we were able to move into the apartment downstairs. We painted the walls yellow. The floors were all shiny, but the rooms were very empty. The first day we moved in, the neighbors brought pizza and cake and ice cream. And they brought a lot of other things too. The family across the street brought a table and 3 kitchen chairs. The very old man next door gave us a bed from when his children were little. My other grandpa brought us his beautiful rug. My mother's other sister, Sally, had made us red and white curtains. Mama's boss, Josephine, brought pots and pans, silverware, and dishes. My cousin brought me her own stuffed bear. Everyone clapped when my grandma made a speech. You are all the kindest people, she said, and we thank you very, very much. It's lucky we're young and can start over again. That was last year, but we still have no sofa and no big chairs. When Mama comes home, her feet hurt. There's no good place for me to take a load off my feet, she says. And when Grandma wants to sit back and hum and cut up potatoes, she has to get as comfortable as she can in the hard kitchen chair. So that is how come Mama brought home the biggest jar she could find at the diner, and all the coins started to go into the jar. Now the jar is too heavy for me to lift down. Uncle Sandy gives me a quarter. He had to boost me up so that I could put it in. Look at how tall that jar is, filled all the way to the top. It must have taken them a lot of days to fill that jar up with coins. After supper, Mama and Grandma and I stood in front of the jar. Well, I never would have believed it, but I guess it's full, Mama said. My mother brought home little paper wrappers for the nickels and the dimes and the quarters. I counted them all out and wrapped them all up. On my mother's day off, we took all the coins to the bank. The bank exchanged them for $10 bills. Then we took the bus downtown to shop for our chair. We shopped through the furniture stores. We tried out big chairs and smaller ones, high chairs and low chairs, soft chairs and harder ones. Grandma said she felt like Goldilocks and the 3 bears trying out all the chairs. Finally, we found the chair we were all dreaming of, and the money in the jar was enough to pay for it. We called Aunt Ida and Uncle Sandy. They came right down in their pickup truck to drive the chair home for us. They knew we couldn't wait for it to be delivered. Do you see the special chair they wanted? Right there in the middle of the store. I tried out the chair in the back of the truck. Mama wouldn't let me sit there while we drove, but they let me sit in it while they carried it up the front door. I bet that was fun. We set the chair right beside the window with the red and white curtains. Grandma and Mama and I sat in it while Aunt Ida took our picture. Now Grandma sits in it and talks with people going by in the daytime. Mama sits down and watches the news on TV, and when she comes home from her job, after supper, I sit with her, and she can reach right up and turn out the light if I fall asleep on her lap. There's the picture of the family sitting together in the big chair. The end. What a special story. When I first started to read the story, I didn't know that the little girl was going to explain that their house caught on fire and that they lost the furniture that was inside it. I really, really like this part of the book. This is my favorite page, when the community came together to bring the family new things that they would need. Have you ever brought something to somebody who needed something before? Has anybody ever given something to you? How did that make you feel when you were sharing things and when you got something special after you lost it? Okay, friends, we did a lot. We sang, we counted flowers, we talked about how special mothers were, and then we read this very unique book. I hope that you had a wonderful time with me, and as always, I will see you later. Bye-bye.